Do you remember the video game Oregon Trail? It was popular in the 1980s and 1990s, and you had to overcome a whole series of obstacles in order to succeed. The history it represents is also interesting, and it shows us fascinating ways in which people can overcome obstacles like those in the game. I'm P.J. Hill, an economic historian who taught for 25 years at Wheaton College in Illinois, and I'm also a Montana cattle rancher. Between 1840 and 1860, 300,000 people made their way across the plains. It wasn't easy. There were lots of obstacles. You had to decide how to ford rivers, how fast you should go, what trail you should take. They tended to organize in groups of 10 to 20 wagons with about 50 people. How did they succeed in this world? It would seem like that would be a recipe for conflict, for massive theft, for chaos. They did it by writing contracts. Everyone going on a particular wagon train would sign that contract. It would be very similar to a unanimously approved constitution. Contracts were different for different groups. If it was quite homogeneous, then they didn't worry a lot about dispute resolution. If they came from different places where they didn't really know each other, then they wrote down some very specific rules about how you were going to deal with people who didn't get along. It is very difficult for government to be as flexible. It's a very simple message here. When people are faced with difficult tasks that require substantial cooperation, they can come up with innovative solutions on their own. What do you think would have happened if there would have been a government agency that would have been in charge of wagon trains? There probably would have been rules about the optimal size for wagon trains, about safety precautions, about how fast they could go. We don't have to have formal government to try to solve those sorts of problems.